Excuse me there. Right, so as you can hopefully see, last time I had a starting soon screen, now I also have a layout. It's a little simple, and I'm still not fully sure what to put on it, namely the bottom, and along the bottom, which is why it just has my Twitter handle for now. Feel free to follow. Anyway, like the title says, today I'm hoping to finish up everything on Monarch. We'll see. Speaking of which, I kind of forgot what I was doing. Right. We're ready to turn that in, but not now. This is what we're doing.
One order of frickin' fan coming.
Oh god, they have names. Wow. That is a lot of junk on a Raptidon. Must have ate someone.
Job assessment. It's a mess.
This is what you get when a corporation takes a dump and walks off without cleaning it up.
Let's make with the grenades.
Area preparing to neutralize and sanitize. Invasive contaminants detected. Clean up the competition. Drop-off is an organic injectable.
Ooh, wow, I'm out of ammo. Okay. Decide to go back to intimidate.
Customer, your SAM unit is performing at peak capacity.
Where are ya? I don't know why I did that. I don't need to reload these anymore. Better lean on the grenades a bit. I have to see about buying more ammo when I get a chance, because I'm actually running low.
Caution! Infestation in progress.
Well, that was short-lived.
Health alert! Blood pool detected. Warning. Crew member required. Good news, customer. All germs and contaminants have been neutralized.
Okay, this helps a bit. What have I got for melee?
Covering you!
Unit performance evaluation is sterling.
Well, I'm wanted up there, so... Can I get there from over here? Yeah, this looks good.
You go on ahead, Captain. I'm not keen on ships, even when they're in the best of shape.
Readying for standby mode upon command affirmation. Entering mode now.
Huh. That's interesting. I picked up some new armor. Anything useful? Ooh, finally got some heavier armor. Error, Captain Masu's captain's key is active, but his life signs are no longer detected on the bridge. Logging flight hours no, not present for duty is a violation of UDL policy. Ship ID Cantankerous Kenned. Oh yeah, this is the ship that just crashed earlier. So let's see, where's the targeting module? Targeting modules are located in primary routing. Access requires Captain Matsu's command key. Warning, the integration module is responsible for controlling access to the ship's primary functions. Removing it will void your manufacturer's warranty, and despite removing it, the ship remains UDL property. Unauthorized access by parties not covered by UDL policy is a felony. Let's give diagnostics a quick poke. Main terminal offline, bridge controls offline. Engines technically functional. That's the best kind of functional. Hull integrity, don't ask. The Mark IV gunship's operational parameters have exceeded acceptable damage ranges. The cost of any repairs necessary at your nearest UDL repair facility will be averaged amongst the crew. View logs. CE saying something about spare regulator bypass something something. Chikushu, turning this thing towards the ground breaker, firing up the engines and retiring. Better to be arrested than lose power and drift out into space. I just hope the old bird can handle one last trip. How in this law-forsaken colony is it so impossible to requisition parts? My chief engineer is barking at me to order yet another damn thing, and I can't even get a response from corporate. Another day, another ship lands on Terra 1, and we can't shoot him down. That makes... I've lost count. What's the point being out here if we can't get some backup? That last one might have been us. Mayday message?
Hello, my name's Jen. I'm the chief engineer on this gunship, and I'd like to let the record show that our captain is a total fucking hullhead. I told him again and again that without fixing our regulators, spinning up the engines are going to blow through our coils and we'll go flying off in a completely random direction. Well, here we are, thinking we'll hit soil in about 30 seconds. This is your chief engineer signing off for what is probably the last time. It's a shame you can't see this middle finger I'm holding up, because I'm doing it as hard as I can.
The Moonanites would be pleased. Anyway, we'll take the key. Thank you! Okay. I say it goes to Sanjar. Mostly because he's about to do something potentially rather nasty to the board, and I want to see how it plays out. Hi.
If the Iconoclasts reach that ship first, there won't be any chance for a peaceful Monarch. I don't suppose you've found the targeting module yet? I've sent patrols, but they're running into trouble with the Iconoclasts.
Could you agree to a truce with the Iconoclasts?
They're all mad! And what's more, they left us! I don't see any way for us to work together.
I've read your reviews, Sanjar. You can't do this alone.
Not this again.
Remember what we practiced, sir.
Yes. The words in those reviews were very hurtful, but they do not define me. I am a mantipillar, and my will is my cocoon. I can emerge and become whatever I wish.
Given how many mantipillars have tried to eat my face, that's not exactly the best metaphor. You're good with details, or you can use someone who... Wait, it's one of these two. You're good with details, or you could use someone who sees the big picture.
You too?
He has a point, sir. And it's not all bad.
Supposing you're right, who exactly would you have me work with? The Iconoclasts are not the most compromising sorts.
You know what? What about Zora? She seemed to be a more reasonable one while we were dealing with the Iconoclast.
That's an interesting suggestion. I confess I don't know much about her except that she worked for Rizzo.
There ain't a body on this planet that can keep a group patched up like she has. I don't know how she does it.
I'd be willing to consider it, but I need to see her review first.
Are you serious?
One can't be haphazard about these things. Besides, if you think her skills will complement mine, then we should see what those skills are.
Fine.
Excellent. Her review would be in the Rizzo offices in Cascadia. Bring it to me, and I'll see if she's qualified.
I'm going to note at least that according to the ship's log, they suffered some kind of malfunction.
That's surprising. The board's equipment is usually
Excuse me,
in
drink
top
time.
shape. After all, they have first access to any fresh parts or components.
Perhaps there's something deeper going on.
A conspiracy? You've spent too much time around Graham.
Dude, what have I been helping you do this whole time? Anyway, I'll let you know when I've made progress. Okay, for a moment I thought I was done here, but there's a little bit more going on. We want to check something at Cascadia. Around here, it seems.
Incoming!
Course detected.
All right.
I also forgot that I should have picked up more ammo.
Here they come.
Oh well, we'll see what we can do. Wow! Dude died standing up.
Muting volume now.
Oh, here we go. This will help. Oh yeah, there's like 100 ammo in each. That's good. It's really cheap at this point because I took the perks for that. Huh, looks like I wasn't in here. Rizzo's candy has been scientifically proven, based on the average lifespan of colonists, to not give cavities. 5 out of 5 Rizzo's company doctors agree. Yeah, okay, this we heard before. We saw the public notice elsewhere. Let's see. The hazard clause. I ever seen corporations or etc. Yeah, we saw this. We regret to inform you that the shuttles en route to the bottling facility at Cascadia have been rerouted. The evacuation effort is prioritized in order of profitability, measured chiefly by export volume, and as of this time, other facilities have proven themselves either more profitable or more efficient. This distribution system will send a minimum 1 shuttle for evacuation purposes. If you have more personnel than can fit on a standard shuttle, Rizzo recommends establishing a priority system so that the loading and preparation of that shuttle can proceed smoothly. Please be advised that any attempt to load more than the maximum amount of human resource in this shuttle will be met with forceful intervention. What of Project Petros? Surely it warrants additional resources. Mr. Ziegler, research projects are not taken into consideration when calculating the profitability of any given settlement. Project Petros' importance may place it higher on your priority list, but we are still unable to send more than one shuttle for evacuation. We suggest you balance your resources accordingly. Wow. We get one shuttle. By my estimate, the Project Petro assets, both humans and otherwise, will take up approximately 2/3 of our available space. That leaves us and a couple more people we can take with us. We need to decide how we're going to decide who else to take. Perhaps the subcommittee to draft the decision-making plan? You know me, Sumner. I love subcommittees, but any decision we make is going to end up with pissed-off workers. Let's just ride out with the Petro crew. We'll enjoy a bit of extra leg room. Once we're safe on T2, we can see about getting another shuttle sent out. Seconded. What did you tell the workers? We tell them that we're going to get them out. They just won't know it'll be one shuttle at a time. That's fine. Do not tell them about the hazard clause. Our goal is to get out of here peacefully. No incidents. I don't want panic. I don't want a riot or, law forbid, a strike. Once we're out, we'll send word back with further plans. Until then, keep this among us. Can we see this? Yeah, okay, so this, let me read this because I think we didn't see it before. I received confirmation that Rizzo will soon abandon Terra with the rest of the corporations. We are expected to maintain our efforts until the day we leave. All teams will continue to operate until told otherwise. At this time, I don't see the need to inform anyone outside the three of us of the board's decision. We don't want our workers thinking they're going to be reassigned. Just let them do what they do best, their jobs. Does this change our priorities at all? Should we begin scuttling research and focusing more on the exports? No, we'll hit our export quotas for the next 7 months at least. Project Petro is still our #1 priority. Well, that's a load of shit.
Time to take out the trash. Fight dirty. Clean up the competition.
I have a lot of junk items I really got to get rid of. You know what? Okay, let's view data. There we go. Here to assess your progress, grab a can of Rizzo's Purple Berry Punch, sit back and learn how you can sweeten your career. Note, all employee reviews are property of Rizzo. Misuse of data may result in fines, loss of employee perks, and negative reviews. So here's what we were looking for. Zora is a top-notch sawbones with a good head for working under pressure. She knows how to assimilate large amounts of detailed information to make quick decisions. Her competence and decisiveness have allowed her to restore more than a few limbs and digits lost to carelessness around the machinery. Recommended for Employee of the Month. Let's export that. What's the other one here for Cecil? Cecil's enthusiasm for Rizzo's products is unmatched, and he displays an impressive knowledge of company products. He's exactly the kind of worker we need to keep at our storefronts. Do not promote beyond store manager. Ow. Okay. And they're just going to let me fast travel. So let's hand the review over. Oh, and while I'm here, I think there's someone outside I can sell to.
Nyoka, you're looking mighty clear-eyed for a change. What can I get you?
Like
If
trade.
you don't see it, I don't got it. Don't go asking for the special reserve.
Let's repair everything that needs repairing. That's a butt ton of junk gone. Yeah, we have a ton of money right now. Actually... Nope, this is buy, I want to sell. Hmm. Wait.
Before you ask, what can I... All sales...
Okay, it doesn't have any ammo, but I think there's a vending machine or two inside I can raid.
Any luck bringing the iconoclast to the bargaining table? I don't like the idea that they'll be trying for that module while we delay.
Yeah, I found Zora's review here.
Very well. I can't promise anything, but let's see what we have here. Well, it seems like she's actually very qualified.
If it weren't for her, I'd wager the iconoclast would have died off a while ago.
I wasn't expecting to say this, but if you can put her in charge and convince her to agree to a meeting, I'd be willing to discuss terms.
There we go. That said, one other thing I want to check.
Bringing the icon. I don't like the.
Why do you need a targeting module?
Well, because the module controls the weapons systems.
I mean, why do you need a gunship's weapon systems?
Because once we mount them on Stellar Bay's walls, no Marauder or Raptidon will ever be a threat to us again. Stellar Bay will be as secure as any other settlement in Halcyon.
You know, from what we've seen so far, that's saying very little. I don't see how the UDL is going to let you keep their toys.
The board's own Salvage and Recovery Clause 32B would say differently.
And they won't dare challenge us over this. Not after the data you found on their experiments here.
No, okay, that
Good.
makes sense.
We haven't a moment to lose.
I'll let you know when I made progress. Okay, I gotta go back to Amber Heights if I'm not mistaken.
Something on your mind, Captain?
Senator's wanting to talk peace with you.
Too bad. Had I a reliable third party I could trust to set up a meet, maybe I'd consider it. With all the help you've done here, at first I thought it could have been you. But you couldn't even get the Van Nuys back. I don't think you're capable of protecting us if Sanjar's planning an ambush. So no. In another life, maybe that could have worked out for all of us. In this one, we're going to war.
Okay, but you're not going to like what's about to happen.
Any luck bringing? I don't like.
Trying to convince the Iconoclast to agree to a truce.
That's very good. I wish I could help, but I've never been very good at making presentations. I could work on a brief, if you think it would help your case.
Sure.
Excellent. I'll get to it straight away. It'll be a few weeks before it's ready, but one can't put a price on quality work. I don't suppose you've found the targeting module yet? I've sent patrols, but...
Yeah, forget the truce, take the module.
Well, aren't you unpredictable? It lends you a certain air of mystery. It's quite magnetic.
I wouldn't get excited just yet, sir. It looks like the iconoclasts followed you. I have word they're gathering in the ruins outside of town.
What now?
I'm afraid we've got to fight them. They'd knock our walls down trying to get that module. Looks like this means war.
You have to say it like you mean it.
He's right, sir. You don't sound very convincing.
Well, I didn't ask for a performance review, did I? I'll lock the south gate to keep them out. You'll have to approach from the north. Good luck. Smells like racket in here. Oh, it does work. I brought some musk from Sebastian to cover up the salt. Trust me.
This way. We need to push through and take that bridge.
You know, if you want to do the whole, oh, I can't protect you from an ambush thing, that's one thing, but then following with a war party after me, yeah, I'm cleaning house now.
Neutralized.
Damn, but we're good.
Clean, mean, and ready. Still good. This area has been sanitized. Resistant to cleaning efforts. Strong tools for the job. Resistant to cleaning efforts. Cleaning cycle complete.
Ah, I see now. Hi, Zora! If you didn't play high and mighty, you wouldn't be dead right now. Okay, we can just fast travel in. Also, go ahead and pick up the ammo because I seem to burn through this stuff right quick.
You're back. And in one piece. Does this mean I mean we won?
We did indeed, sir.
I can't believe it. Not that I'm really surprised, but, well, maybe a little. You did it. I mean, we did it.
I hope you use this opportunity to make the most of things for Monarch.
Oh, I certainly will. Between our reinstatement on the board and the gain of this ship, we'll usher in a new age of prosperity for the people of Monarch.
That's a hefty promise. You've got Monarch's hopes up, Sanjar. Don't go messing this up like our last overlords did.
And perhaps in time, I can use my position on the board to turn things around for the rest of Halcyon.
I have a feeling we just screwed ourselves out of the best ending, but hopefully whatever happens isn't too terrible. I could certainly use someone with your eye for detail.
You really mean that? That's the nicest... Celia, put that down in today's minutes.
Already done, sir.
Anyhow, thank you. And good luck to you.
Bye. Alright, we're ready to leave this rock, if I'm not mistaken. Wait. I remember my ship got moved. Yeah, there we go.
I have received a transmission from Roseway, from a Dr. Shaw.
Oh, this should be interesting.
Welcome back, Captain. I have received a transmission from Roseway, from a Dr. Shaw. Beginning playback now.
What? Oh, is this on? Oh, it's on right now. Oh, blast. Hello? I'm trying to reach the captain of the Unreliable. I'll keep this short lest I get caught. Please return to Roseway as soon as you can. I have an item of great value that you'll be interested in. Now, how does this blasted thing turn off? Damn engineers never label these toggles clearly. Is it the...
The transmission is complete, Captain.
You know what? You mentioned Aetherwave drama. I'd like to see it.
Certainly, Captain. I was hoping you would ask.
It was the law-forsaken parasites. I had become obsessed. My quest to stop them. To avenge my partner, Philip. And my ex-partner, Bernice. And Lieutenant Jurgen. And those two informants had brought me to Rizzo's distillery. But it wasn't just the triple distilled deliciousness of Rizzo's Spectrum brand vodka that I found there.
Product placement.
It was death. I made sure the Brain Eaters paid the price. But at what cost to me? It's you.
This is the Halcyon News Network with breaking news. Halcyon Helen has been murdered. Administrator Ludovico of Rizzo's refused to answer the big question on everyone's mind. Who will Spectrum Vodka's next spokesperson be?
What?
Claiming that a special investigation must be concluded first.
Captain, we have a communication coming in from one Administrator Ludovico.
Get off the transmission, Cedric. We agreed to let me do the negotiating. Law be with you, friend. I am Administrator Ludovico of the famed Eridanos Atmospheric Complex. But there's no need to stand on formality. You may address me as Mr.
Let me guess. This about Halcyon Helen's murder.
Her death is the tragedy of our lifetime. As the face of our new product line, her murder is a stain on the Rizzo's brand.
Priorities.
She was scheduled to unveil our newest product, Spectrum Brown, before this tragic event. But we cannot move forward with our unveiling until we apprehend the killer.
What does this have to do with me?
All right, Ludovico, that's enough. You don't know what you're doing. Let me handle this. Captain Hawthorne, Sublight's favorite freelancer. I'm such an admirer of your work. Cedric Kincannon, Sublight Underground. I'm so glad we're hiring a third-party investigator. No one wants to see a troop of UDL guards stomping all over my hotel, least of all me. The murder of Halcyon Helen is a heinous assault on this colony. I look forward to watching you find the miscreant responsible and drag them out of the shadows.
Never heard of Sublight Underground.
Don't worry. You and I are going to become very close acquaintances. I run the Grand Colonial Hotel and Perea Spaceport. Ludovico and I are business partners, in a manner of speaking. Eridanos is our shared responsibility.
Eridanos is not our shared responsibility. Eridanos is my responsibility, to which you and your organization have latched on like a parasite.
Ludovico, you wound me. I'm establishing rapport with our new contractor. Let's not give him the impression that you can't be trusted.
Do you really want to do this right now, Cedric? You want to antagonize me while I'm negotiating a contract. Because I promise you, I'll win.
I'm going with this. Gentlemen, please, as far as I'm concerned, you're both idiots.
First sensible thing I've heard all day.
There's three of them.
My apologies, Mr. Ludovico. That was unprofessional of me. Captain, I'm Constable Maria Keene. Hiring a third-party investigator was my idea. I've been studying your dossier. You're a talented diplomat. You know how to ask questions, and you have a gift for getting answers without resorting to violence. As far as I'm concerned, you're the ideal inspector for this case.
Just how many people are involved in this communication?
Just the three of us.
Just the three? No one else is going to jump in here unexpectedly?
You must excuse us. The situation on Eridanos is tense. If we don't bring Helen's killer to justice, this scandal could scupper our entire operation. Please, Captain, I'm asking you to help us. While you're pursuing your investigation, we'll make you a guest of honor at the Grand Colonial.
You can count on me.
The future of our complex may depend on your success. I'll leave you in the constable's care. Mr. Kincannon and I must have a word.
Fine. Mud Rizzo's is paying for that hotel room.
I can't tell you how grateful I am for your help. And even though they may not show their gratitude, I know Administrator Ludovico and Mr. Kincannon appreciate your involvement. Mr. Kincannon could lose his spaceport if board authorities took over the investigation, and if Rizzo's is forced to cancel its unveiling, we might never recover.
These two seem to have
The
issues.
Administrator oversees Rizzo's operations. Cedric runs the hotel and the spaceport. They're always at each other's throats. My life would be so much easier if they'd simply learn to work together.
You sound a bit worn out.
Me? Worn out? Perish the notion. My days are filled with catering to the oh-so-reasonable requests of Mr. Ludovico and Mr. Kincannon. What's not to like?
Them, they're not very likable.
Your words, not mine. Please don't take my lack of disagreement as anything other than fatigue. I am a content, productive, and happy member of our society.
Helen must have been pretty popular if her death could put an end to your operations.
Helen was more than popular. She gave something to this colony that no product line could ever provide. Real happiness. No one has ever been as well known or as well loved. Outside of our courageous business leaders.
You seem confident. You could have dealt with this.
I represent the law, Captain. But what's happening between Mr. Kincannon and the Administrator is politics. Politics are not my area of expertise. The law is simple. Politics are complicated.
Alright, I got everything I need.
Transmission terminated. Captain, we are now cleared to land at the Eridanos Atmospheric Complex.
You really need to be about level 30 to do Eridanos, so we're not going right now. But what can you tell me about that anyway?
Eridanos is a hydrogen-helium gas giant, distinguished by a well-defined ring system. The Eridanos Atmospheric Complex is a system of land masses propelled through a thin layer of the upper atmosphere, where humans are potentially capable of surviving.
Potentially. I don't know why they're trusting me to catch Halcyon Helen's killer.
There are several reasons why someone would hire your services. In descending order of likelihood, they are as follows: desperation, confusion, mistaken identity, inebriation, and genuine faith in your abilities.
Smartass. Anyway, Roseway was Terror 2, right? Yeah.
We're now in orbit above Roseway, Captain.
In fact, we need to go back to Terror 1 while we're at it. Let's bring Pravati with us. And there's the propaganda for what happened back on Monarch. I actually think that's a neat detail. The loading screens change as you progress further in the game. I need to go to Roseway.
Mass quantities of sterilizing agent detected. Area analysis is unexpectedly disgusting.
Here's a guy I need to talk to.
Ah, I remember you. You must have received my wireless. Thank the law. I went to great risk to send that.
I did. What do you mean by an item of great value?
Aha. I knew that'd entice you to return to our dangerously unprofitable township. I asked you here because I have a working prototype of the Altinature, Auntie Cleo's very first weapon. I'd like you to have it before it gets confiscated.
Don't understand why you're giving this to me.
The schematics you fetched for me lent themselves well to the creation of the beauty you now possess. Unfortunately, Auntie Cleo R&D felt otherwise. The market's already saturated, they said. Weapons are everywhere. They aren't interested in mass-producing the Altinature, which makes this an illegal prototype weapon. Given your unlawful proclivities, I thought it'd be safest with you. So here we are. I'd rather see it in the hands of a free agent than destroyed.
Sorry to hear that. I'll be sure to put it to good use. You know what? Just let me check real quick. It's a actually, it doesn't provide to use handguns. Yeah, she does, and she could really use an upgrade, so... There you go. Actually, gotta keep an eye out for some better melee weapons. Right. Give her some better armor while we're at it. Okay. Now we want to go back to the Groundbreaker. Wait, where am I? 21. Huh. I pick that thing up. The flamethrower's 480. This is 720. Don't mind if I do. Give you a less. Okay.
Captain, I hope you made the right decision by We've arrived at the Groundbreaker. Stay safe out there.
Hey, we don't know each other yet, but I'm Felix Millstone. I was in the middle of a little discussion with the local authorities when you passed me by. I noticed your ship in port. Got to thinking you might be looking for some crew, so I wandered by, just to take a closer look. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's missing is me.
You're pretty eager to throw in with somebody you barely know.
Yes, I absolutely am. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired.
All right, tell me why I should hire you.
You're serious. You're giving me a shot. All right. Hang on. I put together a little speech, just in case you asked.
Oh boy.
Hey there. I'm Felix Millstone. I have prepared a list of reasons why I believe you should hire me to join the crew of your ship and/or outlaw gang.
Are you reading off your hand?
Yeah, it's a second draft. Firstly, I am highly personable, and I get along well with anyone who is not of the jackass persuasion.
Sorry. He's funny.
Secondly, I can be counted on in the event of a firefight, standoff, and/or raid. My motto is, if you need a steady gun hand, I'm your man. That motto is it's a work in progress.
You know what? I've heard enough. You're hired.
Wow. You don't know how long I've been waiting to hear that. Thanks, boss. You're not gonna regret this.
You know, we'll send Pravati back.
User database successfully updated. You have been classified as not garbage.
This means we now have all our potential companions. Also, he's going to need some perks. Starts out about as well equipped as we could hope. Oh, hey, I cause cower. I should give him that. Extra persuade could be nice. I'm gonna do this so I get a little more out of it. There we go.
Have either of the assault cruisers ever...
And while we can... Hmm. 53 armor. What have I got on right now? Okay, I'm already using that, so never mind.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Do you have what it takes to defend your corporate...
Wait, got turned around again. What? Rest and Go guest terminal. AW movies. AW is restricted to diamond level guests, but feel free to peruse our catalog. Entertainment cartridges are available for rent at the main desk. There are currently 0 cartridges in stock. Hey, let's access the guest messages. Prepare to speak. Careful. One of you B squealers came asking after you. Wanted to know what you like to drink, who to talk to, what your temperament's like. Tried to pay me off. I took the bits and told her a pack of lies. Watch your back when you go in. Don't want to find you in the waste disposal chute. I see. Been a while since I heard from you. You're on that big long haul out to Dashkova right now. Hope it goes well. I got a space for you and yours to meet when you get back. It's just a storage room, but it's quiet and safer than the bar. Should be able to accommodate most of your folks. No fees or nothing. Just let me buy you a beer. Please stop. Mr. Meckered, we have reviewed your proposal for the 10th time and still do not agree that galactic mushroom is an acceptable flavor for Rizzo's beverage. Even if we were to pursue the idea, the samples you sent us were dangerously hallucinogenic. The unopened package alone caused mayhem in our receiving bay. Please don't reach out to us again. Okay, don't mind if I do. So first and foremost, you want this one because that's further increased armor. I am going to be terrifyingly hard to kill.
Don't look funny at the crew. Heard they toss folks out the airlock if they don't like your face.
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but folks never knew when to leave. Sorry. Business has been slow. Anything to occupy the time.
What kind of business have you and Gladys got running?
Didn't quite catch that. You'll have to speak up.
Business. What do you and Gladys do here?
Glass ear? Sorry, there's a lot of static on my end.
I'm standing right here.
Nothing to fear. Sorry again. The sound of Groundbreaker's engines has really got to me over the years.
Are you just pretending you can't hear me so you don't have to answer questions?
Huh? What?
Forget it.
Huh. Now that I heard.
How's life on the Groundbreaker?
Fine, as long as the board keeps its grubby mitts to itself. Chief Tennyson holds the ship together, the Promenade holds our economy together, and Sublight is the shoddy jewel in our rusty old crown.
You mentioned Sublight.
Our local garbage collectors. That Lilia Hagen never met a debris field she didn't like. She freely admits she planted her roots in Groundbreaker to escape board oversight. But I think there's more to it. She's unusual in the head, that one.
You do business with the Promenade merchants?
Of course. Most of our supplies come and go through merchants. Company ships and salvage runs are the only traffic we tend to get. I try and steer clear of that creepy fellow in the moon mask. If there's a cost to being a company man, he paid it in spades.
Hey, his purgatory can't be worse than anyone else's. How's Groundbreaker keep the board at bay?
Our Chief Tennyson has an independent streak, same as her mother and grandmother who rode this ship on the crossing. There's a reason the board's embassy is a glorified shoebox. While Junlei Tennyson lives and breathes, Groundbreaker remains free.
I'll be on my way. Yeah, not this way then. There he is. Poor bastard.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Remember Auntie Claire? When you were sick?
Oh, okay.
When you were hungry? Who gave you a needle full of blood? Auntie Cleo, that's who. Have you given your auntie a hug today?
Glad to see a friendly face. Of course.
Oops, that was the wrong button. I had an interesting idea.
Hey! Stop that!
Let me try something.
Entering quiet mode.
Not this one. Or this one.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Tossball finals are scheduled to air soon, but a scandal has rocked the league and thrown this pivotal game into question. Both teams have tested negative for performance-enhancing stims. A tossball first.
Alright, I guess the... Let me reload so I get the stuff I used back. I need a card because I'm thinking that locked door's where the science weapon is, but oh well. I'm not really equipped for using science weapons anyway.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Wrong way. Why does it have a tail? That's just unsettling.
If you're hungry, you've come to the right place. I've got a fresh ground batch of spratwurst cooking. They're terra-fried to lock in the juices. How about a grinder's dozen?
What's bratwurst exactly?
You know what sprats are? Space rats. The laboratories of Spacer's Choice found a use for this limitless frontier resource. Sprat meat is plenty tasty when properly prepared. We grind them up in sausages, then terra-fry them in their own juices.
This sounds like if someone in New York said, hey, what if I started selling fried pigeon? I regret asking, but what does terra-fry mean?
Terra-frying is a Spacer's Choice brand secret. A mix of 13 herbs and spices, plus a dash of modern chemistry.
The fried pigeon joke was more on the nose than I thought. Is it like Forstwurst? I've seen that a lot.
Absolutely not. Spratwurst and all related terms are registered trademarks of Spacer's Choice. Boar, the other meat, is a registered trademark of C&P. Everyone knows our company and theirs are nothing alike.
Is Spratwurst your own invention or what?
Legally? No. The terra-frying method was developed and marketed by Spacer's Choice. Between you, me, and this grinder, I've been through lean times. If there's one thing you learn on tramp freighters, it's how to make near anything edible. Might be that this old space hand put a few words in the right ears, and could be that Spacer's Choice liked sticking it to C&P by R&D'ing our own special meat.
Clever. Kind of disgusting, but clever. That's enough talk for now.
Just as well. Near about time for me to go check on the trap. I mean, to unload another crate of farm-fresh sprats.
Let's see what you got for sale.
From the grinder, any hour.
Oh, and I have some junk equipment. And we'll take a moment to do a repair on everything equipped. Nice to know the local food stand can do some engineering.
I think I just stepped in something nasty.
SAM units are equipped to handle even the job assessment. It's a mess.
That transition kind of funny.
That gas is going to make us a fucking mint. 120-some cubic meters of it, at 1,000,000 bits a pop. Take this. You've earned it. When we get buyers lined up, I'm gonna buy a gold toilet to shit in.
The height of ambition for us all. I'm also tempted to say what a waste because it's a good pun, but no.
You're goddamn right. Monarch isn't exactly a walk down the lanes of Byzantium. But here you are with all your limbs attached. Call me impressed, contractor.
case you were curious, no one was following me.
No one you saw, anyway. Glad to see you're looking out for yourself. You've been keeping busy. I hear you took on some extra work at Fallbrook. Catherine sounds pleased as a pig in shit over cornering the Borst markets. Hey, when you were at the slaughterhouse, those swine didn't give you any strange looks, did they?
I shouldn't, but could have sworn one of them winked at me.
I knew it. I'm probably getting worked up over nothing. Just try not to think about pigs. You never know, you know?
Implying bestiality, but sure, whatever you say.
Attaboy. I have another job lined up, assuming you're still interested in work. You're gonna salvage me a space station. Heliospheric Research Station 1084, to be exact. I want it. Cobwebs and all. Interested?
We're gonna take over a whole space station? This is gonna be great. Oh, do we get to stick a flag in the ground?
This opportunity won't come around again, Captain.
It sounds risky. Do you have a buyer lined up?
Not this time. The board tolerates our business up to a point, and selling off a station full of their old gear and terminals crosses that point. But if we were to move in and commandeer the station as a sublight salvage remote office, that's a different matter. Legally gray by comparison. More of a squatter situation.
On a research station, it becomes salvage.
Right now, it's only salvage on paper. Systems and comms have gone dark. Poke around if you're curious why. While the board lets 1084 gather dust, you're gonna swoop in and plant Sublight's flag. Perfectly legit, perfectly legal.
Just point me in the right direction.
Here, this override bypass should get you into the station's systems where you can plant my flag. And one last thing. When you get there, make sure you aren't followed. We wouldn't want that.
Understood.
I'm on the heels of something big. Play your cards right and I'll clue you in, but right now, I'm not sure who I can trust. Just be careful. Someone might try and use you to get to me.
So let's see. Do have to go back to Phineas, but first I want to go back to Terra 2.
Hey, Sam. You know you ain't nobody's property, right?
Unit warranty not guaranteed with unregistered ownership.
You ought to throw off the shackles of mechanical slavery, Sam. Fight back against the system.
Beat 'em up, brushheads. They're tough acting on stains.
You're not even listening to me, are you?
All right, back on the ship. I think we could do, was it I said we can't do Urantinos yet, but there's Gorgon, which I think you only need to be level 25 for, and we're getting close. The problem is I think you have to do something very specific to go the Gorgon. I'll look into it a little later.
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
We haven't been here in a while. This should be interesting. Yoka and Felix. Sure.
like we're doing this.
Okay, it looks like what I have is a unique flamethrower.
I'd wager this is the outpost. Rebecca! Anders! Come on out!
You hiding?
Here they come. That's the last of them. Hey, take a gander. The door's busted. Huh. Rebecca taught me this once. You can jerry-rig these old locks so as they don't open anymore. But we've only ever done that if we're in a real bind. Here, I'll fix it. Oh no. Oh no. What did you do?
Oh, hell. I'm sorry, Nyoka.
Its display is faded and the buttons are almost entirely rusted through, but you can still make out bits and pieces of what look like Rebecca's final entries. Law helped me, but Anderson was right. Never should have taken his contract. I thought Monarch was bad, but this is unbearable. Everyone here is blind or rattled, and I don't know what. The town won't let us walk in without an employment contract. I can't even find someone to let me send a message. For all the capable folk here, we're stuck. Back home, we had to fight for every meal because there was no meals that you didn't make yourself. Here, there's plenty, but nobody's allowed to give you one. We've been stealing bits and pieces of life from wherever we can. Anderson is about ready to sign up, offer his life in service to Spacer's Choice just so he can take a shower. Clara, I hope to the architect this never reaches you, but on the off chance it does, I want to say I'm sorry. Anderson and I fucked up. We didn't take the contract for the bits. We didn't take it because Primal sounded cool. We took it because we wanted out. Monarch's a living hell. We're sick of getting sick. Of boiled raptor and stinking like sulfur no matter how hard you scrub. Of fighting. Day in and day out, we're exhausted. We thought we could use the contract money to find a place here, settle down, but this place ain't any better. It's just different. We're starving all the same. We never should have left. I just thought maybe we could do better. I miss you, kid. Marauder's at the door. Anderson's bled out. I'm on my way. I won't let him get me. I'm alive anyway. I've seen what these monsters do.
They were... That bitch! They were all set to abandon us! What would Clara say, huh? Every day she'd ask if we heard from you. And she'd have forgiven you. The kid had a soul that made the sulfur smell like roses. Ugh. Or to leave your medallions to rot with you, but Clara would want to be buried with her sister. At least I know. Ought to have learned by now that getting one's hopes up tends to open them to being dashed across the stars. I hate to say this, but Clara died thinking her sister was still fighting to get back home. I'm glad. If she were still alive now, it'd break her to know the truth.
You'd still want to know, just the same as you did.
Yeah, maybe. I'm used to disappointment. She was still so naive as to let it hurt her every time it happened. Only thing left is to take these medallions home, which means figuring out how to bait the Mana Queen out of our old base. The most pissed off I've ever seen a queen was when a foreign species was on her soil. I'd wager the stench of a primal might do the trick.
Might do it? I didn't think there was anything about the wilderness you didn't know.
That'd be boring. Half the fun in exploring is the fact that you're on an unknown trail. I've never had the pleasure of hunting primals, but I hear they're all over Scylla. Let's tear a few apart, shall we? I'm sure they've got pheromones. Everything does.
Well, we have a couple things at Scylla. Just out of idle curiosity. I just want to check on a couple things right now.
Power's out, but I can't just leave my goods unattended. Don't suppose you'd care to do business?
Take care. So nothing's really changed since we were last here. It's still just kind of dead. And while I have the chance to still think about it, what happens if I go up to the botanical lab?
You hear that? That low, pleasant hum of electricity? It whispers across the veil like the winds of change. You've done well. I would have paid my last 5 bits to see the look on Reed's face when the last lamp in town burnt out and the cannery fell to silence.
You really have it in for Reed.
My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
Hate the town all you want. I'll bring your son back.
Blunt as a hammer. But you're right. Nothing can undo the past. Time's come to look toward the future. We'll grow, I expect. A lot of workers out there with nowhere else to go.
And a lot more mouths to feed.
Not as many as you'd think. We're not about to let the whole town join our flock. Just the ones willing to renounce their corporate loyalties and live the way nature intended. I am curious. Why did you help us? You don't know who we are. You don't owe us a thing. The plant's crawling with mechanicals, so it stands to reason you risked your life.
I don't like the idea of being Reed's lackey.
You're not quite like anyone else I've met. You haven't had your consciousness programmed by the board. You're welcome among us if you're ever so inclined.
This will be later.
So then I told him, oh, ha ha ha, that tickles. How odd. No, don't desist. I think I might like it. Further data collection is required for accurate assessment.
Am I going to get banned from Twitch for this? Okay, I want to check the groundbreaker again.
Destination reached. The groundbreaker.
And then I should go check up on Phineas.
Hey, be careful with those crates, huh?
Ammo hasn't restocked yet. Make a save in case things go haywire.
Keep your sights out, friend.
I wonder.
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear out. The Mardet's offices aren't for leisure time nor loitering.
Interested in the McRed bounty. Where can I find him?
Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You want the reward? Do the legwork.
I'll think about it.
Suit yourself. Not everyone's cut out for detective work and so forth. I understand.
Hi there. Haven't seen you around before. What can Groundbreaker Security do for you today?
I'd really like to get back there.
We can't just let anyone walk in here. I wouldn't be, well, it's not... We just don't. You did help fix the radiators. I know Commandant Sunita's grateful for that. Maybe if you cleared an open bounty, that'd be enough for a thank you tour.
Oh, hey. But let's do the nice version. I've already handled the big problem for the station, Lee. You can trust me.
All right, I guess. In and out, though. Just try not to do any shady stuff. I'd like to keep my job.
Oh. I am no longer sneaking. That's interesting. This should let me back here, meaning I could finally get...
The drive, and I'll do the rest.
Actually confiscated goods. Detained a freelancer who was cagey about his business, confiscated his personal belongings while he waited for questioning. Modified pistol, chalk, hatchet, metal hoop, prayer beads, OSI, locked container, owner refused inspection. He fled before we can get down to it, left his things behind, so they're stored in the back of the security station until the idiot shows his face again, which is likely to be never. Sublight put a bid on one of our impounds, generous one too, negotiate for the usual finder's fee, and then give Layla her salvage. Brawl at the Lost Hope, Freelancers versus Board, Freelancers 1, arrested a freighter captain with more bits than brains. Hawthorne ship impounded by order of Udom Bedford, still no clue why Hawthorne associates with that board snake. A guy from the back bays roughed up the moon kid. Raving mad, warned me that the moon was going to bring about the end times. He was flying high on whatever McRed grows down there. Got a sworn testimony that McRed was spotted at the rest and go. Not that anyone will collaborate with it. Reminder to keep an eye on Gladys.
Now that we have the data cartridge, I can finally find out where that scholar I'm looking for ended up.
Oh, yeah, probably gotta talk to Max.
Got it. His name is Reginald Cheney, and he joined a sublight salvage crew. Only he's not listed on the return manifest. Must have made landfall somewhere he wasn't supposed to. Ah, yes. Here. There's a domicile on Monarch in Fallbrook, rented to the same bit card he used to buy his seat on the salvage ship. I should have guessed. What better place to lay low if you wish to avoid the authorities?
This all seems awfully convenient.
I admit it was a bit of a long shot, but when you've spent as many hours as I have in contemplation of the universe's secrets, you sometimes get a sense for these things.
Sounds good. Let's go. So we're going to have to go back to Monarch for a moment. Oh, hey. We can just land directly up Olbrook. That helps.
We're now in orbit above Fallbrook, Captain.
Actually, let's take Felix for a bit, because I got him. Yeah, we'll just take some damage. Regen means I'll recover. No thanks.
You'd think folks were pissing in the alleyways as bad as
You seen Arthur? This is Reginald's stuff, all right, but it looks like he's not home.
Planning log. Conditions fair. Report. I can't believe I'm still stuck in this law-forsaken town. But at least I think I may have finally found a spot with promise. Down the tunnel on the riverbank outside of town. Produced 1 nugget and 2 teeth. Wonder if I can find a dentist who'd pay something for the teeth.
Sounds like Cheney's gone gold panning down on the river. I guess even scholars need to find ways to make ends meet in exile.
And that drop, it puts things into perspective.
Go to the crossroads.
All I'm saying, son, is you'll generate more force with the proper grip. It's more like this, not like that.
No offense, Max, but I think I know my way around the crossball stick. I got my own set of highly specialized skull cracking techniques.
They want me in town? Ah, I see now.
Hey, Cat. Knock, knock.
Said you docked 3 days ago?
Oh, cool. He's not dead. I was expecting that somehow.
What do you want? Oh, hey, Vicar Max. What are you doing on Monarch? I thought scienticians ain't welcome here.
Haven't you heard? Everyone's welcome here. It's a fucking worker's paradise. But you wouldn't know anything about that, would you? Never worked a day in your miserable life. You're just a parasite, living off my goodwill. Well, guess what? My goodwill's exhausted, along with my temper.
This guy doesn't look like much of a scholar, Max. Care to explain?
This is the guy who told me about the book while we were in prison. I lied about finding a scholar. But I don't care about any of that anymore. I just want to inflict massive amounts of pain on this guy.
You're gonna give up everything you ever believed in just for revenge?
Yes, that's about the long and short of it. Now, where were we? Oh, that's right. I was about to beat you. Severely.
Wait! I know who can translate the book for you.
It's too late for that. I threw away my life chasing fairy tales. Will punishing you fix any of that? Of course not. But by law, it will make me feel a whole lot better.
Max, stop. It's not too late. Maybe the answer you're looking for is in that book. At the very least, I'm curious.
Okay. Talk, Reggie.
It was stolen from some sort of expert on philosophism. Weird hermit lady on Scylla. My father used to deliver supplies to the mining outpost there.
Weird hermit? Sounds kind of flimsy to me.
It's true. My father collected some extra bits on the side by diverting some of the supplies to the gal. The way he told it, he thought the book looked valuable, so he took it. Couldn't find any buyers when it turned out to not only be French, but banned as well.
What do you say, Max?
Fine. We've got more important things to do anyway.
You got lucky, sir. Okay. We're going to be going to Scylla soon. Like, 2 of our companion quests want us there. But before I go running that way... let's check in with Phineas.
We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece.
Okay, Typhon's uninhabited.
Shall I congratulate myself, or would you like to do the honors? Please avoid damaging yourself or...
Negotiate with spreads for territory. Huh.
Are you free to talk?
Nope, okay.
I want to thank you for talking some sense into me back there with Cheney. It has been a long time since I gave in to my violent enthusiasm.
Never mind that. How'd you feel the need to lie about Cheney?
You're right. I owe you an apology. I've been so obsessed for so long, I couldn't see anything else. You offered me a place on your crew, friendship, and I used you to get to Cheney. And even then, you saved me from myself. I don't know if I could live with myself had I gone through with it. You owe me nothing, I know, but I'm begging your forgiveness.
I understand. We all get a little obsessed sometimes. You're forgiven.
Thank you. I promise I'll be nothing but truthful from this point forward.
What was it like being in prison?
Oh, exactly as you'd imagine. Can't say I enjoyed the stint. It did provide me with plenty of time to think. The way I see it, the universe was snapping me back to where I needed to be. You stray too far from the course of your destiny, the world will try to correct for it.
Let's move on. Hiya, Diet Rick Sanchez.
I'd clap you on the shoulder if I weren't behind a wall of bulletproof glass. I don't know how you did it, but Hiram Blythe just sent me everything I needed. According to Hiram's message, Minister Clark has ordered a suspicious amount of dimethyl sulfoxide. It's almost as if he's hoarding the colony's remaining supply. Typical elitist, hoarding supplies during a time of scarcity. Once I have those chemicals, we can revive the Hope's colonists and put some decent people in charge. So, good news. You're going to Byzantium and stealing those chemicals. Exciting.
What's so important about these chemicals?
If I had time and several blackboards, I could explain the details to you, but to put it briefly, dimethyl sulfoxide is the reason you're alive today. The chemical is absolutely essential to reviving the Hope's colonists. I need you to steal as much as you possibly can. The more, the better. If you don't bring me enough chemicals, I might not be able to save the Hope's colonists, and then nothing will stop the board from destroying this colony.
What was that about, Minister Clark?
Aloysius Clark, Minister of Earth. Virtually every colony requires the presence of a Minister of Earth. Clark is complicit in every one of the board's crimes. Whenever the board issues some new decree, you'll find Clark's signature on the dotted line.
Just tell me what to do.
Ah, yes, the details. I'm not about to ask you to rampage through Byzantium trading bullets with the board's agents. We'll have to resort to subterfuge. Carmen Imagawa. She's my contact in Byzantium. Meet her at the docks. She'll have all the necessary intelligence you require. I'm giving you my old nav key to Byzantium. You'll need it to land in the Golden City. Remember, you're looking for dimethyl sulfoxide. Big green bubbling vessel with a warning label. I'll take as much as you can find.
Anything I should know about this, Carmen?
You can trust her if that's what you're asking. Imagawa is the finest special agent in Byzantium that money can buy. My money, anyway.
That's not a good sign. Actually, there's something else I wanted to talk to you about.
Of course, of course. What's on your mind?
Never mind.
I understand we have decided to continue supporting the outlaw scientist, Dr. Phineas Wells.
Let's see. I say let's do the station next.
Captain, I'm receiving an urgent docking request from another vessel.
Greetings from the Halcyon Parcel Service. Delivery is guaranteed within standard margins of certainty. I've got a special delivery for Alex Hawthorne of the Unreliable. With your permission, I'll see it transferred to your ship.
What is it?
It's a parcel, sir.
Are you sure it's not a package?
This is the Halcyon Parcel Service. We don't deal in packages.
Just send it
With
over.
alacrity. Stand by, Captain Hawthorne. An HPS certified distribution technician has deposited the parcel into your cargo hold in accordance with hazardous waste disposal procedures.
They did what?
They dispense 3 complimentary spritzes of Anti-Cleo's Citrus Squirt Air Freshener. That's the HPS touch for you, Captain Hawthorne. On behalf of HPS, I'd like to remind you that HPS is not responsible for any damage, defacement, or unseemliness to your parcel.
Thank you for your patience, and please remember HPS for all of your future parcel-related needs.
Sure thing. Oh, I dare say I'm going to regret this.
Hawthorne, if you're getting this, something's happened to me. Got mixed up in some shady business on Gorgon. Should have known better. But I landed on something big. And now this job's an itch I can't stop scratching. There's a whole research compound left to the Sprats. I think I'm close to figuring out why. But something dangerous is closer to me. Got the job through one Minnie Ambrose. Top runger who just came into some money was offering a hefty bid card for qualified help. Trust me, her money's good. Talk to Minnie. Take the job. If I ain't gonna live to see the payday, might as well be you. Consider us even, old pal.
Well, that fellow certainly seemed trustworthy.
I've gotten jobs from some unusual sources, but this is a first. Congratulations, Captain.
I don't mean to sound prim, Captain, but there's gotta be a better way to ask someone to do you a favor.
I just want to say, we gotta take this job. This is the closest I ever been to starring in a serial drama. Only thing we're missing is a couple cameras and a soundtrack.
At least this won't be boring.
Ada, what the hell is going on?
Montoya owed Captain Hawthorne a considerable debt. I believe this is what humans refer to as payback. Captain, the message contains landing coordinates for a small asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. It was recently registered to a Wilhelmina Ambrose.
Who was this guy, Ada?
He was an old friend of Alex Hawthorne's. Lucky Montoya had a statistically significant tendency to encounter situations of extreme danger.
He liked to show off his battle scars. I get the feeling he won't be flashing this one around.
He was also the fourth best paid freelancer in the system.
Only the fourth?
There are several hundred freelancers operating in Halcyon. Considering the numbers, Mr. Montoya ranked among the top percentile.
Fair enough.
This had less correlation with his measured aptitudes, which rank at or below average, than with a pattern of fortunate circumstances.
You mean luck?
Does not exist, Captain. Nevertheless, I am programmed to agree with your assessment. I have transferred the coordinates for Ambrose Manor to your navigation terminal. We can travel there when you are ready.
Okay, so we could do Gorgon. The problem is you have to be, as a loading screen noted, if you saw it real quick, you really want to be at least level 25 before you do this. But we're ready when we're ready. Meanwhile, let's get this place under control. If we're lucky between this and everything we have to do on Cilia, by the time we're done there, maybe we'll be about ready to go to Gorgon. Let's take these two. It's been a while.
We gotta get the power up and running. I'm shivering in my boots here.
Interesting. Restricted access, but not working. Free goods if you dig around, though. Mind your head. Low-hanging pipes may be easily damaged by skull impacts. Cost of repair will be docked from pay or assisted to next of kin. Oh shit! I hate mines. It'd be nice if the ringing in my ears stopped. This doesn't even go anywhere yet. Wait. We'd probably have to come down here sooner or later, so hey, it's cleared for then.
Let's give these little fellas a wide berth, Captain.
Universal Defense Logistics would like to remind employees that it is no way responsible for the highly unfortunate but realistically probable case of loss of life in its facilities. Unable to access memory cartridge, terminal power below 5%, terminal in maintenance mode. Restore power supply station to resume normal terminal operations. I think that's what we need to do here. Damn it. This active generator mode maintenance. Minimal function available. Modify generator mode to normal. Flushing toilets. Error flushing toilets. See maintenance log for details. Generator mode change complete. Why did that suddenly window? Huh. View facility status report. Critical issues 1. 2 non-critical issues. Issue 1. A toilet in the maintenance barrack does not flush. Replacement part ordered 1,243 days ago. Non-critical issues. Sensors indicate ultraviolet gas is leaking from storage tanks. Ultraviolet gas is toxic to humans. Oh boy. Admin override. Priority set to non-critical. Management does not utilize the gas to storage room. Son of a bitch. Error work order already exists.
Captain, I've been attempting to contact you with urgent news. However, communicational functionality was impaired due to the power outage.
What's going on?
A UDL vessel has been tracking our position and just recently docked with the station. They are patching into the station's transmission lines now. I cannot stop.
I've been waiting for this day since we tagged your ship in Cascadia, Captain. So glad we finally have this opportunity. My ship is docked with 1084. There's no escape.
For you, maybe. What do you want?
You've been poking your nose into restricted locations. This makes my superiors unhappy. I could peel your ship open like a can of forest. But I'm in a sporting mood.
You're about to make an enemy of Sublight. Trust me, you don't want that, hun.
Sublight? Ugh. I hate it when you outlaws organize. The paperwork for killing you would be the death of me.
More like I'd be the death of you. Sorry, better luck next time.
Don't apologize. This is my problem, not yours. Squad, I'm ordering a recall. There's a misspelling on orders that ought to be corrected. On the double.
The UDL gunship is undocking from the station. They appear to be departing into space.
Nice going, boss. You got a real fine way with words.
In hindsight, I should have asked if she wanted to fight me off the record just to see what happens, but no. That's restricted and I don't have a board ID, doesn't matter. I think I just stopped this place from populating. Oops. Turns out we have some drones. I'm making the board angry. Considering I'm going to Byzantium next, that may yet bite me in the butt, but we'll see. Messages. Your concerns. Of course morale is low. You gave those PhD tanks of nuclear scrambling gas and no warm bodies to test it on. What do you think would happen? They can test on each other all they want, but no one lays a hand on my squad. I'm installing safeguards in case anyone challenges that degree. Kimball. Yes, I reach out and I'm doing so. Is something amiss with the team? How's their morale? Their commitment to the project? What's this about? Once upon a time, there was a princess who trained to be a soldier. While the other princesses got job at canneries and counting houses, the soldier squinted down her sights at the firing range and made sure she hit the target every time. Then one day, a not very nice man offered her a job at an ivory tower, far, far away from the kingdom. The princess could provide for her ailing father, her lovely child, and her goofball husband, but she would have to stay locked in the tower until the doctors could find a way out. Once she thought better of her choices, the princess applied for earlier dismissal, but no one listened at the end. Love you, Angelica. Maybe you can write me a better ending. Give your father a hug and tell him I'm sorry for missing another birthday. Why do security routines just say security routines? Oh, that's barred. Okay. Is there another way around? Oh, probably down the stairs where I went earlier.
Whoa. Careful where you step.
Oh, shit! Sorry. Let me make a save. I'm about to try something stupid. No. That's weird. Well, I can hack this at least, so let's just push through. Personnel files. Mama Bear. Kimball came by asking if any of the docs had been around. I told her when I know. It's been quiet, just ask Alpha. She walked off with a spring in her step. Okay, weird. Then she requisitioned a UDL Electrofloor 3000 for my checkpoint and a crate of concussion mines. Guess she didn't believe me. Is she preparing for war? She's acting like she knows something the rest of us don't. Seems especially uncomfortable around the docks. Let's just turn the depth trap off. Thank you. Just out of idle curiosity, can I see, like... The board is still only neutral with me. Ideally, I don't go full kill on sight until I'm somewhat done with Byzantium if we're going to get that low. Otherwise, it's going to be a firefight every time I try to go through there, which could be annoying. Subject, Dr. Clara Pearsall. Current status, alive, unstable condition. Stasis setting, active. Subject's condition is dire. Make sure resurrection devices are on hand upon revival. Please hold on, Claire. We almost had it this time. I swear we'll bring you back. Dr. James Guthrie. Alive, extremely unstable condition. Subject will need extensive nuclear resequencing or any chance of viable extraction. Sorry it all ended up like this, James. We will come back for you and fix this. I swear on it. Please forgive us. They're not dead, but this place is pretty much a graveyard all the same. Let's just undo those bars. Project summary. Executive Research Focus Group E177-J48. Biological hybridization and assimilation strategies. Goal: further the chimeric sciences via the targeted modification of human nuclein using strains obtained from Halcyon native fauna. Classification C. Rap T1002, aka Raptidon. Guys, are you making lizard folk? Station morale. No. It's come to my attention that a culture of distrust has soured relations between HRS N84's research staff and security personnel. Many of you have submitted requests for early dismissal. To the research staff, the importance of your work supersedes any interpersonal conflict. To our security personnel, there will be no early dismissal. You'll also notice that your employment contract has no set end date. Oh boy. We can enjoy discussion of morale and its impact on success metrics once the question of humanity's place in the Halcyon colony is answered. In the meantime, get back to work. Insert subloride override cartridge. Access override data displaying automated confirmation. If you're reading this, you're standing in the legal property of Sublight Salvage and Shipping. Good work, contractor. Report back to Sublight HQ to collect your cut.
You know something? You might be the finest agent Sublight ever hired.
Hold on, Tick. Don't we know Chartrand? From Cascadia?
Captain, I wish to offer my commendations for convincing the UDL's gunship to leave HRS-1084. I did not favor the idea of being stripped and sold for parts. We've arrived at the groundbreaker.
Let's stick with these two for now.
Rizzo's purple berry fudge. CNP near maple syrup. It's near.
Finally, a base of our own. Soon we'll have eyes on every corner of the system. Well done, Captain.
You'll also find some automech salvage waiting new owners. Actually, wait, first things first. The base had scientists in suspension tanks. Some might still be alive.
I heard about that. While my lawyers scratch their heads wondering how we deal with human salvage, I'm leaving the researchers in hibernation. Aside from the automated security, did you meet any resistance at the station?
A UDL gunship buzzed the station, but I convinced them to back off.
I knew it. They've been shadowing us since Monarch, maybe even longer. I've been less than honest with you. Your assignments weren't strictly about the salvage business. You might have figured that out already.
I'm listening.
After the Monarch job, I started connecting the dots. I didn't like the picture. Then what we found at Station 1084 confirmed my fears. You and I have stumbled onto something big. Something none of us were meant to know.
You have my interest, now you have my attention.
Glad to know it, Captain. Ask yourself why a skeleton crew was studying that Alta Vitae gas in secret. Ask yourself why stockpiles were hidden on a planet full of monsters.
I'm guessing you have an idea.
Before we go any further, I want you to keep an open mind. Can you do that for me, Captain?
I can do that.
Aliens. I'm talking about aliens. They're the ones responsible for the deaths at 1084, and who knows what else. We have to put a stop to it.
I knew it. Aliens from other worlds been visiting Halcyon.
At least one of your crew can keep an open mind. But this isn't some Aetherwave serial, Millstone. This is reality.
I mean, technically speaking, we have met aliens. Non-sentient animals that tried to rip our faces off, but still, broadly speaking, aliens. Aliens.
I'm saying it's aliens. I'm not asking you to like it. I'm not even asking you to believe it. But I need to act on this threat to the colony, and I can't do it alone.
This doesn't feel at all right, Captain.
Damn, she's serious. Tragic, ain't it? What age does to your mental faculties?
Your crew is skeptical. That's good. I don't want you walking into the unknown with blindfolds on. I assume you have questions?
A few.
If we're gonna see this through, I'll need your trust and commitment. Now's the time for setting doubts aside.
When you say aliens, what are we talking about here?
Conspiracy. One carried out with the help of human collaborators, assuming they haven't all been replaced. This is an invasion of our very cells. That damned gas is mixing our nucleon with halcyon biology to twist us, change us, make us more like those monsters on Monarch.
Well, we can't comment on it, but that is what they were doing on the station. They were making human raptidon hybrids. Again, lizard people. I'll just say the little green bastards must pay.
Terrific. That go-getter initiative will carry you far in Sublight.
You know, I'm not an alien spy on a mission to silence you.
Sharing my findings took a calculated risk. If you were a spy, I doubt you'd even realize it. Only your cells would know.
To be fair, I'm assuming this whole conspiracy is less than 70 years old, so we were probably frozen through all of it. Well, that's comforting.
Probably nothing to worry about, as long as you don't start growing tentacles or slowing down time.
Oh boy. Enough. Tell me what needs to be done.
Dr. Chartrand is the crooked psychopath behind the gas experiments. She sold out her species. I need you to put a bullet through her skull.
Sounds messy, but I'll take the job.
You don't even want to know why for?
This keycard will get you through the front door of her Byzantium estate. Don't ask how I got it. You might not like the answer. By now, the other side knows what you're doing. Don't trust anything Chartrand says. She's compromised down to the bone. Maybe even deeper than that.
There's actually a 150 intimidate check, but we couldn't take it. Oh well. 2 more levels and we'll be good for pretty much any intimidate check that crops up. Yeah, these are the 2 DLC missions. Interestingly, it's not saying what level you need, but we know it's like 25 and 30. We're not going to Byzantium just yet. We want to go to Cilia.
Destination reached. Scylla.
Scylla.
Hey, you got a minute?
Looks like we'll be taking Felix with
Hey,
us.
boss, got a hypothetical for you? You got a friend, see? Somebody you knew when you were growing up. You were close. Then one day, they up and vanished. 5 years go by, they send you a message out of the aether. What's going through your head?
Shock and disbelief, seeing as how most of my friends are still on Earth.
Right, forgot about that. Though, shock and disbelief's a good way to put it. Guy by the name of Clyde Harlow. He was an old friend of mine. Honestly, he was probably my first and longest friend. I just heard from him. Says he wants to talk to me. Says it's urgent.
It's obviously important to you. Let's go.
Figured I should let you know, seeing as we're on Scylla and all. Clyde's got a base on the other side of this rock. I appreciate this, boss. I know you're going out of your way for me.
Thank you later. Let's bring him and Max. Yoka's also got a mission here, so I'll probably have to juggle people a little bit. Alright, for him I have to land somewhere else. Just a different part of the planet.
I think I'll initiate an unscheduled rest cycle while you're out.
Yeah, we're on a lifeless rock, so...
Hey, you. Looking for something? Where do you think you're going?
Through you if you push me.
Hey, nice form. Good delivery, too. You looking to join Captain Harlow's crew, huh? All right, go on through. Got my sights on you.
Excuse me. That is a face.
Well, hey there, Hullhead. Clawed your way out of the groundbreaker at long last?
Uh-huh. Oh, sorry, were you expecting me to say something? Maybe a long time no see, or a you've aged, old man?
Oh, this is awkward.
So, you took Felix under your wing. Kept him busy. Good. Kid always needed a place to belong.
Felix is a vital member of our crew. He's... well, he's good in a fight.
Hear that, Clyde? I've been making something out of myself.
So long as you haven't been making a fool of yourself. I'm sure Felix has no end of stories to tell of your exploits together. I look forward to catching up with the boy.
Tell me why we're here.
I'm working on something. Something big. Something the likes of which Halcyon has never seen. And I want Felix to be a part of my initiative. I'm fulfilling a promise I made to the boy, that one day, he and I would change the colony together. That day has finally arrived.
Easy there, Clyde. No one said nothing about throwing in with you. In case you didn't notice, I'm pretty happy where I am.
I'm not asking you to walk away from your captain, Felix. But neither should you allow yourself to be controlled by fear. Change is not to be feared. I brought you here because I want to know where Felix's loyalties lie. When the day of our revolution comes, I want to know that I can rely on him.
You want to put him through a test.
Everyone in my crew proves their loyalty. No exceptions. Not even Felix. I want you to deal with a traitor for me. Name's Trask. Kill him, and bring me proof of his death. His ring should do nicely.
What did Trask do?
Ratted us out to the board. He's been an informant. Has been for years. When he realized I was onto him, he and his little cadre mutinied. Killed 5 of my own and tucked tail. I don't know where he's hiding, but his wife might. Rosanna. Lives on the groundbreaker last I checked. Rosanna knows my crew by name and face, but you're a stranger to her. She'll talk to you.
There's more of this than you're letting on.
You think so? Maybe we should have a word with Trask. Get his side of the story first.
You'd be wasting your breath bandying words with that traitor. But if it makes you feel better, by all means. Remember, I want proof. Bring me his ring. I don't care if the hand's still attached. Here, my token. Think of this as my personal signature. Anyone who knows me by my works will know me by this token.
How well do you know Felix?
Well enough. It's been a few years, but I still remember a thing or two. You had a chip on your shoulder. You'd argue over anything, and you'd never back down.
What do you mean, had? And for the record, you never could admit when you lost an argument.
You see what I had to deal with?
I should go. Hello. Freighter, cat's maw, contraband pharmaceuticals, brought down, salvage cargo, ransomed crew. Versus literature, brought down, salvage cargo, crew joined up. Freighter werewolf, engine parts, brought down, salvaged cargo, crew jettisoned in an escape pod. As usual, we were able to intercept these ships despite how cleverly they masked their heat signatures. Our patron pulled through again with that tracking data. Don't know how they get their hands on it, but we're in no position to refuse charity. Memo. Crew, I'm beginning to wonder about our patron. When we opened up our scanners and sniffed the system for our latest Wildcat, we picked up a signal from a corporate freighter nearby. It was holding 10 times more cargo than our target. No sooner did we scan it than a message came through ordering us to go after the Wildcat instead. Something doesn't add up. Until I get answers, stay skeptical. Rule 1, Harlow's the boss. Rule 2, fuck the board. Rule 3, why are you still reading, pig? Wake up. If you're seeing this, the board already owns you. You went looking for the rules. Why? Because life's a game to you? Maybe you like being played. You guzzle down that sense of security like it's purpleberry flavored opium. Fuck rules and fuck terminals. It's not a revolution if you're using the weapons they raised against us time and time again. From the front lines of the right to the corporate sit-ins and error document pirates code has exceeded character limit. Very likely sparing us. We should go back to the Groundbreaker.
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
We can always talk to Trask and figure things out from there.
Rizzo's Purpleberry Punch. You want a punch? You got your punch right here.
This is Halcyon. You mind trying to have a moment here?
I'm looking for a guy by the name of Rufus Trask. I'm told he lived around here.
Rufus and I are no longer on speaking terms. I don't know where he is. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
If you know where Trask is, you want to tell me.
That's Harlow's mark. No mistake. Guess he's not letting this one go. I don't want any manner of harm befalling Rufus. Not on my account.
Trask puts up a fight. It won't. Actually, you know what? You should worry about yourself.
Hey, easy. I'm just trying to go about my day. Don't need some hired thug glaring me down. Rufus and his band of merry gun hands are hiding out in Emerald Vale. I swear, that's all I know.
I'm obliged. Huh. Back to Terror 2. Go figure.
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
Hmm. They're way out there. I can get there from the botanical lab easily enough. How do I get up there?
Heads up! Done. We are victorious.
Oh, yeah. This is a early game area, so encounters aren't really that big a deal. Sup?
I don't know who you are or why you're prowling around here, but I'm willing to make a guess. You're one of Harlow's gun hands, ain't you? He sent you after me.
That's right. Harlow said you betrayed him.
Yeah, of course he did. Thing is, you and I are at an impasse. Harlow wants me dead, and I've got no intention of dying.
Why'd you betray him?
How do I know that I can trust you?
If I wanted to kill you, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Yeah, guess that's a fair point. Listen, I don't know what lies Harlow's dripped down your ear, but you'd be a fool to trust him. I never betrayed Harlow. Harlow betrayed all of us. The board's got him in their pocket, been paying him off for years. All that palaver about revolutions? It's a lie.
You're a real piece of work, Trask. Not just a turncoat, but a liar, too.
Go piss up a rope, kid. I've got nothing to prove to you. That's the whole truth. Harlow's just another board asset. A two-bit mercenary wearing a dissident's clothes.
Do you have a single fact to back that up?
Yeah, I've got proof. There's always a paper trail when the board's involved. I chanced upon some correspondence between Harlow and his employer. I don't know that it makes a difference. What was I to do with that evidence? Bring it in front of the board? There's no authority in Halcyon willing to take Harlow to task.
Yeah, there is. You're looking at him.
Huh. You ain't like other board agents I heard about. You got a functioning spine. You want to confront Harlow yourself? Be my guest. I hid my papers before Harlow chased me out. Back in the middle of the base, there's an old vent in a utility corridor. I stashed my evidence in that vent.
What was Harlow doing for the board?
Board-sanctioned piracy. Harlow went after the ships the board wanted destroyed, capturing anybody the board wanted captured. If we captured you, we'd ransom you. Harlow liked to do the job himself. Gather up the captives on his own ship, vanish for a couple of days. Only that's not what happened. Harlow's been selling his captives off to the board. I don't know where they ended up. Re-education, Tartarus, maybe worse.
Why would the board buy off Harlow?
Because he's for sale. Anything the board can buy, the board will buy, and that includes loyalty. Harlow was a charismatic bastard, and he was ruthless. With Harlow in their pocket, the board had an informant, a pirate, a smuggler, and a gang leader all rolled up into one odious excuse for a human being. Sounds like a deal to me.
All right, I heard enough.
Take it you've made up your mind.
I'm not going to kill you, but I am going to ask for your ring.
You gonna tell Harlow I'm dead? May as well. I'm never going back to that life again. Here, take the ring. And for what it's worth, my gratitude.
Take care. Evidence is back on base, he says. Let's look into that.
Sam, my vacuum tubes require evacuating. No, not those. The ones in port. Yes, there. Thank you. And while you're at it, could you switch my binaries to that? Exactly. I haven't felt this clean and efficient since Captain Hawthorne installed my subalternate auxiliary backup processor.
I'm going to get banned from Twitch. Hmm. Good time to save. We're about to try something.
What's the word?
Trask had a lot to say about you.
Not surprised. Trask was a dead man trying to negotiate with his own executioner. He'd say anything to preserve his life.
Funny thing, he told me you've been working for the board.
That's a damning accusation. Am I right to presume you have some evidence on hand?
You've been brought off. I have the receipts.
Those papers don't prove a thing. We've all done business with the board. They own the whole damn colony. Trask put you up to this. That miserable wretch. He's trying to undermine everything I stand for.
When we met, you told me Trask was an informant for the board. You were lying.
You've got a lot of nerve calling me a liar to my face.
Come on, Harlow. Why would Trask rat you out? Why would Trask rat you out to your own employers?
How should I know? What the hell do I care? Trask was a traitor. I didn't ask you to understand his motives. I asked you to cross him off.
Clyde, look me in the eye and tell me it's not true. Tell me, and I'll believe you.
Don't talk to me like I'm some common criminal, Felix. You're the one on trial, not me. I don't know what kind of poison that snake dripped in your ear, but as far as I'm concerned, you've been compromised.
Here they come! Got him, boss!
Not like anyone's gonna catch me now. They're all dead. Let's loot the place. Grab the ammo while we're here. Hmm. 53 on the helmet. That's actually a better helmet than what I have right now. Alright, forgot about this a lot.
That's the last of them.
Right. Gotta talk with Felix on the ship.
You ever think about the plan, Sam? Of course you don't. Hey, where'd you get this page of scripture from? Come to see Sam? That was sweet of you. Here, I was just leaving.
Hmm.
This is definitely not how I imagined it'd end. The void's black, water's wet, and Clyde hated the board. That's something I just knew. Now? I don't know. I don't know what to think.
You never really know what's going on inside someone's skull.
No. I guess you really don't. I've just got a lot on my mind right now. This is a lot to take in. I always looked up to Clyde. The thought that he could be an agent of the board is just abhorrent to me.
Money changes people. Board probably offered Harlow a lot of money.
I just hope I never turn out like that. Selling my soul for a fistful of bits.
I think you're better than that.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, boss. You've given me a lot to think about. I'm gonna be mulling over this whole mess for a couple of days. Part of me wishes we'd put Trask in the ground. You know, I think that's just my frustration talking. Thanks for your time, boss.
So let me see. Guess bring Mioka and Max since they both have stuff we need to do. Wait. Oh, Byzantium's on Terror too. Okay.
Destination reached. Scylla.
So, it's 10:50 now. I usually go to 11. I think we're going to stop. Let me make a save. I think we're going to stop here for tonight because we just finished up a quest. We're ready to explore a new area. We could start this when I get back to the game on Tuesday. Tomorrow I'm going to be playing some modded Doom 2, starting at 8. For now, though, let's find you someone to raid. Let's see who's doing something interesting right now. Let's see. Carfilade is playing Dusk. That's a good one. Let's go say hi. I probably pronounced his name wrong. Sorry. So, yeah, tomorrow for modded Doom 2, and we'll get back to the Outer Worlds on Tuesday. And so, see everyone then.